Gen Xers are the lowest prepared, sorriest prepared, have saved the least for retirement of any current generation. If you're a woman of a certain age, if you're over 50, if you're part of Gen X, nobody is coming to save us. We've been saving ourselves since 1980 something, and we're going to have to keep doing it now. Nobody's coming to save your retirement, but you absolutely can. Whether you have already begun 20, 30 years ago, maybe you're just starting to think about it now. Many of us are. We were not taught this in school. We've had very poor examples set for us in our parents' generations. Plus life. Y'all, everybody, we've been out there having kids. We've been living life. We've had other things to do with our money than think about retirement. But guess what? For many of us, retirement's happening now. And for almost all of us, we're going to want to retire in the next 15, 20 years. What does retirement look like? We're going to talk about that. But in the news, they're saying Gen Xers are the lowest prepared, sorriest prepared, have saved the least for retirement of any current generation. I don't doubt that. I personally didn't start saving till my 40s. I got scared straight, and I've been saving intently ever since. I also don't think I'm ever truly going to retire 100% in the traditional way. I enjoy doing stuff. I enjoy making money. But by goodness, I'm ready to start doing it on my own schedule, on my own time. I am tired of getting up every day to the 6 alarms I have set so I can leave the house, drive to work, do my job, and drive home, and hope to have enough energy to get done at the house what needs to get done. We are currently, my fellow Gen Xers, my fellow women of a certain age, in our highest peak income producing years of our entire life. We have all this experience behind us. We are still chugging, blowing, and going in our current jobs, in our current careers, if you call what you do a career. This is where the rubber meets the road. You're making as much money now as you have probably for your entire life. So if you're just getting started, you've got quite a big shovel to get some work done. If you have been slowly preparing or you're not even quite sure if you're prepared, keep coming back. I post videos on Wednesdays and Saturdays. I talk a lot about retirement dollars and a lot about retirement cents. So you can figure out when and if you want to retire and what that looks like. But we all deserve the peace of mind of knowing we have enough if we wanted to pull back and only do things on a part-time, as I want to consultant type of basis. We have lived through a lot as Gen Xers, but most recently in the past 30 years, we have been hit with a triple whammy. There was the markets of 2008. If you guys don't remember, that's when Obama was becoming president, and we had the Great Recession, and real estate crashed, and markets crashed, et cetera, et cetera. Then we had the global pandemic of 2020, and everything plummeted again. And post-pandemic, we have got inflation like I don't ever remember seeing in my lifetime. Have y'all? So we've got bam, bam, bam. If you did start saving for retirement 30, 40 years ago, you've taken several hits. And we're all now taking the third hit, which is the inflation. Regardless if you had enough money to retire now, what you thought you needed every month, very possibly is not going to be enough, because we're paying more not only for groceries, but for goods, for services, for insurance. If you're retiring early, you're fixing to pick up your own insurance policies, you might want to revisit that before you tell your boss you're quitting. These are just the adult things we need to do in order to prepare for ourselves to move forward into this next wonderful stage of life. We also are the generation whose kids aren't leaving the house. Many of you have children, adult children, who are home, who have come back home or have never left home, that you're still helping out. We are all, and I don't remember my parents' generation taking care of their parents as much as I see me and my compatriots doing. It has been startling. I never thought I would be in the position to be the caretaker to so many senior adults in my life as they've gone into their senior years. But I know I'm not in this alone. All of my fellow Gen Xers are doing this. Leave in the comments below, was this something that we saw growing up, or is this new to our generation, doing this level of care in closing out of lives, etc.? And let's all take lessons from that. Let us not leave this burden on our children or our nieces and nephews who may be the ones to look after us. We can prepare ourselves better for that. The good news is we still have 10 years plus of the highest earning time of our entire life. We are smarter, we are wiser, and we can make sure that we start doing things now to set us up to be able to do what we want to do when we retire, and to retire like we mean it. Down in the description, I have a Master Your Money Plan basic budgeting workbook. It is free. You need to know how much money you need to live off. If you currently have debt, let us eradicate that as quickly as possible. Is this your mortgage? Is this a car that you shouldn't have bought? Do you have a lot of toy vehicles, RVs, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, whatever? You need to look at what your debt is and begin to eliminate. Even if that means paying it off or selling the stuff that you truly are not using and have not enjoyed in a very long time. Go ahead and start downsizing and divesting yourself of things that's got value now to somebody, so you can take that cash, pay things off, and pile up your retirement money as quickly as possible. There are a few additional things that we can do as we move into the next 10, 15 years. Look at what your Social Security anticipated checks are from the age of 62 when you can first receive them through age 70. See what makes sense for you to start taking your Social Security check. It may not be that you want to delay it inevitably. You may need that money sooner than later, but you need to know at which tier makes the most sense for you. Increase your contributions now. If you've got a job that offers you a 401k, and by goodness, a Roth 401k, max them out, especially if your company offers a match. Now, if you're carrying debt, you should take all of your extra disposable discretionary money and get the debt paid off. That will prove more efficient wealth building for you and retirement peace than if you were to massively contribute as much as you can to your 401k and other retirement vehicles. That money's going to grow, but not as fast as that interest is going to pile up. So it makes more sense to take your cash and pay off your debt and then come back and max contribute to these funds. Let's make some extra money. I am more willing now in my 50s to do some side hustles and to monetize some of my life skills than I probably will be in my 70s or 80s. So do it now. Do your future self the gift of getting some side hustles going now. Sometimes these are completely passive and they will continue to pay into your income streams over years. Some of them are very minimal efforts that you just basically have to take a couple of phone calls, do a couple of consultings, maybe do some online tutoring. I will also have down in the description and on my channel page, a workbook of how you can take your life experience and convert that into income, side hustles, income streams, however you want to call it. Again, I post on Wednesdays and Saturdays. I have a little to say about a lot of stuff. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Stop recording.